Welcome to another fine edition of Hard in the Paint, where no subject is out of bounds, and I do mean absolutely no subject is out of bounds. So what brings me to you today? Well, having read a very interesting article on social media, today we're going to talk about President Barack Obama. Black or non-black? Is he too black or not black enough? This seems to be an ongoing issue in regards to Republicans and some of our more prominent African Americans in media, such as Tavis Smiley and Dr. Cornel West. Those two gentlemen feel like, while they do not identify with the Republican Party, they feel like President Barack Obama has not done enough to further the black cause. This is where I throw my disclaimer out that says Barack Obama is biracial, not a biracial. He is biracial. Caucasian mother, Kenyan father. There it is. It's real simple. Also, when he chose to run for president of the United States, he chose to be president of the people, not just president of black people. President of the people. Now, where I find this interesting is that in reading posts from some of the people on Facebook, as well as listening to Fox News, President Barack Obama is too black. It's interesting. Republicans say he's too black, and African Americans who feel like he hasn't done enough, he's not black enough. This is a very interesting dilemma for the 44th president of the United States to be in. One segment of the United States says he's too black. They even went so far to question whether or not he's American. Oh, he wasn't born in America. And another population, another group of Americans feels like he's not black enough. In our culture, we've grown too accustomed to questioning the authenticity of one's blackness when it comes to belonging to the African American race as a whole. Let's look at Dr. Cornel West and Tavis Smiley. Tavis Smiley has come out and spoke out against Barack Obama on numerous occasions, and so has Dr. Cornel West. He has not done enough for the African American cause. I'm trying to figure out when that became his job to do more for the African American cause than those presidents that came before him. I don't think these men really vilified, attacked the other presidents that came before him. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Ronald Reagan. We certainly know that the Republican presidents that came before President Barack Obama weren't necessarily interested in black interests. And please, let's not get it twisted. When it comes to black interests, we're talking of a special interest group, a la animal rights activists, a la PETA, a la the LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, the LGBT movement. These are special interest groups, and some would say that Black Lives Matters is a special interest group. Well, President Barack Obama did not sign up to be the leader of a special interest group. What he did sign up to be was the president of the United States. Therefore, I would very politely say to Tavis Smiley and Dr. Cornel West, it is not his job to be the leader of African Americans. Supposedly, we already have leaders in place. Those leaders would consist of Reverend Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and to a degree, Dr. Cornel West yourself. You would be the leaders of our special interests. Now, with that being said, there's a lot on the platform for us as African Americans to hold ourselves accountable to. Some have even referred to President Barack Obama as a coon. I'm going to say I've seen better examples of coonery when it comes to African American culture. See some rappers. That being said, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no reason for us to question Barack Obama's blackness. his love for African Americans. This is a man who came out and said, and has been vilified by the Republican Party for doing so, saying that Trayvon Martin could have very easily been his son. And I think when he said that, that message was lost, because I'm not going to mention one of my Facebook friends by name, but I will say he said, Mr. President, please stop dividing our country. Our country was divided before Barack Obama took office. I don't know where people come from, Republicans coming from, saying that President Barack Obama is playing the race card. But maybe what we're looking at is a president who is finally able to identify with the racial injustices in our world. When he says that Trayvon Martin could have been his son, in essence, what he's saying that when you look at the biologically speaking, if a black man mates with a woman of non-color, he changes the color of that child's skin complexion. You can't get a Caucasian child. In essence, you're not going to get Greg Brady if Barack Obama sleeps with Mrs. Brady. I'm trying to give you all a vivid picture here. You're not going to get Greg Brady. You're more than likely going to get another version of Barack Obama if he has a child with Mrs. Brady. However, if he has a child with Michelle Obama, which he has, once again, taking into consideration he's biracial, then you're more apt to get the children that he and Michelle have had. Thus, the dark melanin in their skin complexion. Thus, they would more than likely be stereotyped or profiled by police officers and private citizens alike who look at them in such a manner, saying that they could be a threat to them. When you say that, Mr. President, please stop dividing our country, you're speaking specifically to the black part of him. What you're saying to yourself subconsciously is you're not even acknowledging the fact that he's biracial. What you're addressing is he's black, so he has a soft spot for blacks, but you'll never question the fact that he's also white. So in essence, he would be just as liable to have a soft spot for Caucasian Americans, which is what Dr. Cornel West and Tavis Smiley are addressing. You're not doing enough for the black American. Stop it. If you don't like the Republican Party and you're saying President Barack Obama is not black enough, and the Republican Party is saying President Barack Obama, you're too black, it may be where you want to think about just what it is that you're mad about. The Republican Party, I say to you this: when it comes to African American issues, they are issues that you should be sensitive to, because you're looking for us to keep you or to put you back in the White House. And you don't come out and speak against the obvious racism you have in your party. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm somewhat confused how an African American can be a member of the Republican Party without, on a consistent basis, calling out the obvious racism in the Republican Party. Please see Tea Party members. Yeah, I still ain't forgot about y'all hanging President Barack Obama in effigy even before he was elected president. Some of us like to act like we don't know that happened, but you can't escape news. So is President Barack Obama too black, or is he not black enough? I'm going to say to you, in respect to his mother, and in respect to his father, in respect to his grandparents who raised him, his mother's parents, by the way, I'm going to say that President Barack Obama is as black as he's supposed to be. His biracial is something that both sides need to acknowledge. Stop calling this man an African American or black when that is, as I've said on many occasions, disrespectful to his mother. And that's coming from both the Republican side and those that want to call him a coon. When you want to call him a coon, you might want to question, what are you doing for the African American race? And when you say he's doing too much for African Americans, you may want to ask yourselves, why haven't you done enough? Then he would be able to come in as the 44th president of the United States and not even focus on racial relations, but focus on issues that affect all of us and not just some of us. That's my time. Theo Butler, once again, hard in the paint. And I hate coming to y'all with this stuff. I really, really want to come to y'all with some fun stuff. We're going to do sports tomorrow. Sports. We'll talk about the last week of NFL football. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Once again, Theo Butler, hard in the paint. You can reach me at my own YouTube channel, Theo Butler, Hard in the Paint YouTube channel. And you can reach me on my Facebook page. And I also have a blog, www.hardinthepaint.wordpress.com. That's HARDNTHAPAINT.wordpress.com. Peace. Take care. I'm out.